Retirement is the dream that so many chase. Isn't it supposed to be the golden ticket? That vision of stepping away from work, cashing in a pension, and finally living the good life? Let me be honest with you. For the longest time, I didn't really know what retirement meant for me. My finish line was getting through 3 decades of work and relying on that pension to carry me through. But reality hit. My pension would only cover about 30% of my income. That's when everything changed. If I didn't take control of my retirement, it would be a far cry from the dream that I'd imagined. Without intentional action, retirement can quietly slip away for those who only dream about it. Now, what was my wake-up call? My mountain of personal debt. $69,000 in credit cards and loans. My home and car were paid off, but that consumer debt weighed heavily. That moment taught me that unconscious spending isn't just a short-term problem. It's the enemy of long-term security. Now, while today's video is about my retirement story, that debt payoff is a whole journey for another time. Now, there's a subtle difference between living intentionally for today and planning intentionally for tomorrow. Money is a tool, and it can fuel entertainment today, or it can build your future. It's like a hammer. You can fix your own roof, or you can create value for a neighbor and get paid. Now, before I started tracking my own expenses, I had no real idea where my money was actually going. And most of us don't, until we take a closer look. That's a challenge for planning, and the price of inadequate planning is steep. I have friends and family who didn't plan early and now are working in retirement or living very lean. But those who started ahead enjoy peace and a richer life. That difference is possible for anyone who gets ahead of the money game and keeps their grip. Let's get specific. I keep 3 retirement investments across 2 accounts. A Roth IRA at my local credit union, which I started a few years ago. My Thrift Savings Plan, or TSP, that's the federal employee's 401k. Now, inside the TSP, I have a blend of Roth and traditional funds. My Roth contributions set me up for future tax-free withdrawals, while employer matching is deposited as traditional, which gets taxed when withdrawn. Now, why these different accounts? They help blend today's and tomorrow's tax advantage. I learned the difference between Roth and traditional when getting out of debt. Financial freedom needs streams of income, not just debt payoff. For those just starting, Roth equals taxes now and withdrawals that are tax-free. Traditional means deferring taxes. Now, your choice depends on your income and where you expect to be later. Where am I now? I've grown about $330,000. Every bit of it in S&P 500 index funds. The S&P has averaged close to 10% annually over the long run, but some years are wild rides. How do I track this progress? I use the You Need a Budget app and a detailed spreadsheet. Now that's become my ritual. Early on, I checked numbers daily. Now it's a yearly review. That's a shift from obsessing over growth to having confidence that my plan keeps working. My biggest challenge at first was ignorance. I started with low-risk investments. The result of that was barely 1 to 2% returns a year. It taught me that risk is necessary, and playing it safe may not get you what you need. When do I plan to retire? Well, originally, my target was age 59 and a half, so that I could dodge any withdrawal penalties. But now, looking closer at my pension, 62 became the goal. Why? Well, at 62, additional bonuses kick in. The pension calculation jumps from 1% per year of service to 1.1%. Now, 30 years of service is going to get me an extra 5.5% in retirement income compared to just that 27.5 years. My target date is about access. Early starts open early options. I teach my kids that if you start young, you can retire even younger. Flexibility is the rule. If life throws a curveball, I'll work longer. Now, health is the wild card, so maintaining it is a strategy too. How did I pick my numbers? It's all about maintaining my present income at retirement. Some say that you'll need less. No commute, grown kids, maybe no mortgage. It's tempting to aim small. I'd rather aim high and step up my lifestyle if things go well, rather than being forced to cut back later. Looking forward, I project my salary to age 62 with a 2% annual bump. That's baked into my retirement deposits. Raises bring growth naturally. My vision is to live the same or even better than today. That's true freedom. My 3 income streams in retirement. My TSP and investments, I use the Trinity study, which has me withdraw 4% per year for a minimum of 30 years. That allows me to turn $1.7 million into about $70,000 a year. My goal is going to be $2 million for added flexibility. The third is Social Security. That's going to be my nice to have. With it, lifestyle upgrades can happen if this system lasts. My approach is similar to Warren Buffett's basic investment advice. 10% in low-risk securities and the rest in an S&P 500 fund. I plan on keeping 3 years' income in low-risk accounts. That's 11 to 12% of the nest egg. That way, market downturns won't scare me. If any of these 3 streams fall short, I'll just get creative. Part-time work, a business. Staying engaged beats sitting idle. So here's my withdrawal plan. I'm going to draw taxable funds first. Save those Roth distributions for later so that those buckets can keep growing tax-free. I'm going to follow the 4% rule, but keep my income funds in interest-bearing accounts for added support. My annual withdrawal will hopefully match my income at retirement, and the ceiling can get adjusted for the market and for new income sources. The secret to this is forecasting and adjusting so that the path leads where I want to go. Now, I'm no economist, but I do run my own simulations using historical S&P growth, random returns, and projecting withdrawals up to age 109. That's my wife's idea. That's when she's told me I have to live till. My results vary each time. Sometimes there's little left, sometimes there's plenty, but I never end up broke. These exercises give me resolve, and I'll definitely seek a professional's advice when it's time to optimize for taxes and perhaps plan for inheritance. Markets are very unpredictable, but I anticipate surprises. My job is to prepare, test contingencies, and stay the course. Now, how do I protect against these downturns? Primarily, I don't look at retirement as a finish line. I'm going to keep contributing through consulting, flexible work, side ventures, to make sure that I'm able to leave something for my children. In fact, liking this video and subscribing to the channel can help me with that goal. Now, additionally, I don't react to the markets. My budget and planning means that I can withstand the storms. Emotional resilience comes from sticking to the plan and tuning out all the noise. As for leaving a legacy, my goal isn't stuff. It's growing this nest egg and structuring it so it benefits my kids and theirs. The balance is hopefully going to be enough to grow for living and enough for legacy. That way the accounts keep growing and become a gift that lasts. If you want a legacy, start early. Educate yourself. Learn from mentors who've already walked this path. Why not retire completely? Personally, I can't imagine not having something meaningful to do. My personal drive started as a Marine, being part of something big. Now working in a major organization, that purpose remains. Whether volunteering or building a business, fulfillment is worth more than just status or legacy. My aim is for activity every single day. More fun, but never aimless. Engagement is the real key to a longer, happier life. Now, how did my money mindset change? a conscious choice to control finances, forecast the future, and stay intentional. Impulse spending is still tempting, so I plan small splurges so that nothing throws me off course. Budgeting is my strongest tool, and if you're wired like me, using a good map and a plan, it changes everything. So you can start small, track your transactions, balance your accounts, and review spending. Seeing the numbers is the first step towards changing your life. If you're still watching, ask yourself, is retirement a distant dream? Can you make it real with intentional planning, a little education, and the drive to adjust as you go? Take stock today. If your trajectory isn't what you want, knowing that gap is the first step to bridging it. Knowing what you need in retirement is the foundation for forming your plan. Watch this video to help you get an idea of how much you're going to need to make your retirement dreams a reality.